Everybody, I want to introduce myself and also the two winners of the Spirit Program. I'm Sharon Price. I am the developer, author, founder of the Spirit Program. It's a 12-week mind, body, spirit program that brings you emotional, physical, and spiritual balance. We had a retreat a couple of weeks ago at the Claggett Center here in Frederick. And at that time, we selected a grand prize winner that won our $1,100 package. Everyone saw her picture on my page on Facebook, but we haven't started the videos. Tonight is the first night because class started last week. So Gail Nail was the winner of our $1,100 package, which included the Spirit Program, our 6-week grief program that actually I gave as a gift, a rainbow therapy healing circle once the class is completed, and then also once class is completed, she'll get a day out where she'll get her hair done. She'll get an infrared sauna at Unit 8. Her hair will be by Sandy Moore. Our host of the Rainbow Therapy Healing Circle is done at Brand Art Yoga, which is in FSK Mall. And she offered a Reiki treatment for Gail. She will get a spirit reunion that night, herself and a guest for dinner and also the event. But in addition to that, there's a chiropractor over in Mount Airy called Chiropractic First. Dr. Andrews gave a gracious gift also to do an assessment and evaluation. And then he will be able to tell us more, or Gail will be able to tell us more. So every week we're going to be checking in. Now, Christy was our runner-up, and Christy won the Spirit Program. So this 12-week program was given to her as well. But all the other gifts and prizes were given to our first place winner. So both ladies were at our retreat. It was a jump start, we call it, which was retrain, reset, and reprogram your brain. There will be many more of those coming where we'll be doing events. But I'm going to ask you ladies just to kind of give people a flavor of what the program's like. They're going to watch you from week to week. We're going to have a couple minutes on here as a segment. Gail, tell me something positive that happened this week. And then the second question is going to be something you learned from the first book. The first lesson is called Complete Balanced Life. So tell me what happened with that first segment.
Well, I am learning that I need to work on all areas of my life. I knew that I needed to work on my nutrition. I knew I needed to work on my exercise because I'm terrible at it. But
no picking on yourself, remember. So that's the first key to the program.
Yep. I'm really not. I'm being realistic, not picking on myself. I need to start spending more time with friends.
Okay.
And because I do spend some time with my kids and I spend time with my grandkids, but I really don't spend time with friends. It's because I had been married for so long. It was always a couples thing. And so like, I never really made that many friends that were my friends.
Yes.
So I know that is something that I need to do.
That's really good because, again, that's emotional balancing. That's part of it, right? Socialization. But I'm going to give people a little glimpse as to why you're even looking into it that far. And when we do Complete Balanced Life, I didn't explain that there's 10 books in the course book, Your Toolbox for Life. We start with book 1, and last week we got an orientation, get acquainted with the ladies. Then this week, they actually did their first lesson. And there'll be 10 lessons, and then will be a recap at the last week and some projects. So the first one's Complete Balanced Life, and you have a glimpse of looking at your life in a balanced way. How much time do you spend on your self-care, which is nutrition, sleep, and exercise, the foundation for our program? And then there's other aspects of our life, which is, our close relationships. Friendships were separated in our equation from your spiritual growth, from your family, right? Because we all need different types of relationships, but we tend to let those relationships go. We'll get into one close relationship, and then those other relationships, when one changes, or we only have one relationship that we've spent the time developing and that's gone, we don't have any others. And everybody gives us something different in life, whether that's a sibling or a parent or a friendship or a coworker. So there's different types of relationships. So it's interesting that, you brought up the fact that that's an area that you feel like you really want to develop and that you're lacking, some relationships in. So I think that's interesting insight that when you did that assessment, and all of these are self-assessments everyone does. I don't get involved. We just kind of ask, what the awareness was. This is a journey through self-awareness and self-discovery that gives you a different perspective on your life. It has you look in like, with a lens. Sometimes we heard of having our rose covered colored glasses on, and sometimes that's what it's like. So and then when we kind of open our eyes and say, wow, I didn't realize how much I had missed out on. Like I might have had those friendships in school and I might have had, one here or there, but then, maybe some neighbors. Maybe you live in an area where you don't have neighbors and you never really develop that. Or like you said, it was with couples. And then when you're not a couple, then, those relationships tend to change a lot. So, Gail, what's one positive thing that you did for yourself this week? Just anything that you did that you felt was positive.
I really paid attention to what I put in my mouth.
Wonderful. That's great. That's a great start to this segment. Yeah.
So, and I chopped the edges.
Oh, good. Okay. So that's wonderful. We teach, go on the outside of the grocery store aisles, everything in the middle is processed. So you learned quite a few things just from your first lesson. And I know without asking that you got through your lesson. Our lessons include our weekly together like this. You guys are only going to see a short clip. We're going to go off camera here in a few minutes. And then, there's a video program that they watch as part of the learning management system I developed. And then there's also a book lesson. So it gives everybody different flavors and different ways to learn because everybody's learning style is different. So that is great. So Christy, I'm going to ask you as well. Can you tell me both exactly those two things? Something positive first that happened, that you did this week that you were, proud of or excited about, or that you recognized.
Um, I had a situation where I I don't know, I wasn't happy with something or something occurred. There was a miscommunication. And then I just, I just, I'll say, stood up for myself and I just commented and expressed my dissatisfaction with this situation and all. And I'm glad that I was able to express that other than to just, swallow it and go on.
Yeah, better than holding it inside. And that's really ironic that Christy's talking about this because the next lesson they're about to go into is called Take Back Your Power, which is all about boundaries and all about how we, handle situations. And we'll talk more about that next week. So that's perfect that you had that. And we do have a situation chart that these ladies note, but we will not go again in front of the camera to talk about those situations. We'll do it in more detail afterwards. So tell me, Christy, something that you learned from the first lesson that you were able to apply.
Um, I think just of, thinking more of time management. I'm a busy person. I get up, my feet hit the floor, and I'm like, seem like sometimes go, go, go all day long. I know you have your 8 sleep, 8 work, 8 play kind of thing, or 8 personal. But with being retired, so I have basically 16 hours, if you will. And I want to learn how to have better time management. My goal
Okay.
is to, I want to have a morning routine. Since I've retired, my time has been my own. I come and go as I, schedule things, do things with friends, family, volunteer. And so I just want to dedicate more time for myself.
Some personal time is what I'm hearing,
Yeah,
correct?
yes.
Okay, so when you say that, it's interesting because again, you were looking at the same snapshot of your life. And I'm just going to ask you a question. Can you slow time down or speed it up at all? Yes or
No,
no?
No.
Okay, so it's really a trick. I used to teach something called time management. Everybody got there wanting to know how they were going to manage time. We don't manage time. It's called self-discipline. So we get more self-discipline, and that is something you get in this program where you learn the importance of yourself and self-care and why you do this. So this is going to be it for your clip with the ladies tonight. So you get a kind of glimpse into our first lesson. I hope this is helpful for people that have been wondering what the Spirit program is all about. And we will be back on next week, and we're going to go forward with our class now. So have a fabulous week. Don't forget to listen to Spirit Live at 7 this Friday. That's all on relationships, and we're on number 4, which is integrity. So I'm looking forward to that. And have a wonderful week, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.